hinterland, a king's daughter hidden away. Two great serpents in a pit of stone, blocking the path to Thora's light. Jarls Sigurd's challenge was clear for all, only a legend could win her hand. I sought no gold, I sought no land, only the bride that fate had planned. Men mocked the price I paid, 2 coals of death for a shield maiden smile. They doubted the king's son Ragnar's wit, but I knew the beast that fear cannot face. I took the cauldrons, I boiled the pits, and sealed my garments tight and deep. The hairy breeches, my final craft, the coat that no venom could ever breach. Bow down into the pit of the fangs, where the coils are cold and the poison hangs. I am the son of Odin, my fate is sealed. The Serpent-Pit bride to me shall yield. I plunged through the darkness, the scales did grind, the hiss of the vipers filled the air. They struck at my chest, they struck at my knees, but the tarred hide held my purpose true. I grabbed my spear, and with Odin's might I drove the steel deep into the moor. The pit turned crimson, the struggle long, I stood on the corpse of the fear they held. Fear is broken!
Attacked the Jarl of Moor, and I, Ragnar, came to aid the weak. But there on the field, a warrior stood, fire in her eyes, fury in her strike.
Shield was fire, Ironheart that fuels my Viking desire. Ælla, the blood of the battlefield, my bride, my equal, my spirit will yield. I came to her hall, demanded her hand, but she scorned the boast of a conquering king. She set the bear and the hound on my path, a final test of worth and steel.
I choked the hound, I broke the bear, I
that fuels my Viking desire. And the light of the battlefield, my pride, my equal, my spirit will yield. The shield was fire, iron on that fuels my Viking desire. And the light of the battlefield, my pride, my equal, my spirit will yield.
The fjord felt small when the springtide came. The wealth of my Jarls was not enough. The sea called louder than the woman's plea. The salt beckoned my restless heart. I built the dragons long and swift to taste the wind that blew from the west. We cut the ties to the land we knew, chasing the sun to the world's rough edge. Raise the sails, let the linen snap. 800 acts on the deck below. The foam flies high, the shields are stacked. For every raid brings a greater yield. We rode through the storms in the heavy spray. The mist like the breath of the Jotunheim. But destiny waits across the foam, and glory demands a longer run. Across the great south, the dragon sails. We leave the old gods on the shore to weep. Across the great south, the fate prevails. A king must conquer, even in his sleep. The coastline changes, the water turns green. The whispers of riches from southern lands. We landed hard on the Saxon shore, where the priests sang hymns and the gold lay loose. Our steel was quicker, our hunger sharp. We burned their keeps and we took their wealth. But even plunder could not quench the fire, the need to see what lay beyond the wave. I left the shield made in my fierce first love for the call of the blue and the unknown wave. I traded the heat of Lagertha's hand for the cold spray and the ocean's grave. A king must wander, a king must push till the map runs out and the longships break. Across the great south, the dragon sails. We leave the old gods on the shore to weep. Across the great south, the fate prevails. A king must conquer. Across the great south, the dragon sails. We leave the old gods on the shore to weep. Across the great south, the fate prevails. A king must conquer, even in his sleep. The ship was broken, the men were tired, but the Jarls' eyes found me by the stream.
They saw a peasant, simple and fair. They did not know the blood in my veins. My mother was shield, my father a slayer. But I lived in shadows, hiding my crown.
He sent his men to find a maid, but gave a test that was harsh and strange. She must not be dressed nor undressed, be the word of the Lodbrok king. She must not be hungry nor full be found, a mind game played by the mighty Northmen. And no human company must she bring if she wished to sit by the hero's side.
I am Kráka, the daughter of fate. I wear the fishing net, not a thread of silk. I taste the onion, the hunger I abate. My only companion is the faithful silk.
The riddle is so old, the king must bow. Her beauty was sharp, her spirit was keen. She walked a line of my clever curse. She came to my hall, wrapped in a net, an onion bit held fast in her mouth. I saw the wisdom behind her eyes, a match for the fame that I had won. She hid the blood of Sigurd, the dragon slayer, but fate always finds its rightful son.
He tested my mind, he failed to see the serpent mark on my very soul. I am the daughter of Brynhilder's fire, a Valkyrie's blood flows through my will. I am Kráka, the daughter of fate. I wear the fishing net, not a thread of silk. I taste the onion, the hunger I abate. My only companion is the faithful silk.
The riddle is so old, the king must bow. The riddle is so
Frankish king believed his walls held fast, but he did not know the hunger of the north. 800 ships upon the morning tide, the river Seine swallowed our fleet
door. Steel through chainmail, blood in the mud. The gates were shattered. The fires grew tall, licking the towers of their painted church. Ragnar stood proud on the shattered steps, demanding the ransom that bought their Charles the Bold, look upon your city, your prayers are dust, your treasury is mine. The price of peace is weighed in silver, or every stone of Paris shall burn to Sailors to Paris. The dragon's belly is open for gold. Saints long serpent, we claim the inheritance. The daily geld price for the souls we've
The mother warned him. The seer had spoken. 3 nights of waiting or doom would be born. But the king's blood was hot. The king's will was swift. And the prophecy was carved in stone. Aslaug knew the truth of her son. A mind like iron, a body like silk. He cannot walk, he cannot stand, yet his wisdom surpasses the Jarls of the sea. While the others swing steel and boast of their strength, he sits in the shadows crafting the trap. The serpent blood of Sigurd runs cold, a deadly current in the Viking heart. Ivar, the boneless strategist, his eyes see battles before they are fought. Ivar, the venomous selleth, the fate of kingdoms is what he has sought. Wishing for speed, he could not see the cold fire within, the calculating fury that drives the soul. He is the arrow that flies from the dark, the silent killer, the whisper of doubt. He turns brother against brother for gain, the ultimate master of chaos and do not pity the weak, for the weak are the patient. Do not fear the strong, for the strong can be blinded. Fear the one who has nothing to lose, who uses his mind as his weapon. Ivar, the bone and strategist, his eyes see battles before they are fought. The venomous salad, the fate of kingdoms is what he has sought.
spilled silver piled on the floor, bought with the blood of our iron hands. The mead flows freely, the laughter rings true. No Christian gold tastes better than this. We wear the silks of the southern kings and drink to the fortune that Odin has blessed. Raise the hunger to the king of the sea. Ragnar Lodbrok sets the Viking spirit free. We swear the oath to the axe and the fire, loyalty given to our one desire. Aye, aye. The Jarls are gathered from east and from west. Their beards are thick and their weapons shine. We broke the strong and we made them yield. Now the power of the north is mine. The sons of Ragnar sit side by side, eager to prove their might and their worth. They carve the meat, they sharpen the steel, preparing to claim the rest of the earth. By the beard of Thor and the eye of the All-Father, we swear by the ring, the unbreakable pact. We will fight for the king until Valhalla calls, and vengeance is ours if the promise is cracked. Raise the horn to the king of the sea. Ragnar Lodbrok sets the Viking spirit free. We swear the oath to the axe and the fire, loyalty given to our one desire. My longship seeks the sunset's gleam. The Frankish gold cannot buy my stay. I follow the current of a greater dream. I am Björn, the son of the Serpent's Eye, but the world is more than a northern shore. We sail through Gibraltar, the pillars
across the dry earth to plunder the treasures of the Saracen head. They thought us gods or demons black, a plague from the ocean, relentless and grim. We came for the wealth, we came for the fight, and carved our legend on the ocean Does a true son sit by the Father's fire when the compass spins to a brand new star? My hammer falls where no Norseman has stood, conquering worlds that are strange and far. Ironside, he sails for the horizon. No port is safe from his endless desire. Ironside, he burns with a legacy. The ironclad wanderer sets the world on fire. Stay home, my king. The time for sailing is done. Stay home.
The fame of my sons was a bitter feast. They carved out kingdoms where I had not trod. Did they forget the legend I built? Did they forget the fear of my name? I built 2 ships, fragile and few, against the counsel of my queen and fate. I sailed to England, a final proud boast, determined to show them the old king's might. The last longship sails to its grave, a fool's pride on the unforgiving wave. Northumbria waits, her shore is cold, a final story too quickly told. We landed hard on the English shore, the meager force against Ælla's power. My ships were shattered, my warriors fell, betrayed by the sea and the cruelest fate. I fought like a wolf caught in the snare. My axe still found the hearts of my foes, but numbers count when the gods turn away. And the shield wall broke in the coastal mud.
drag me to the king's own keep. Ælla the Saxon, he stands above me, the small man who thinks he has ended the age. He does not know that the end of one king is the beginning of a greater war.
The last longship sails to its grave, a fool's pride on the unforgiving wave. Northumbria waits, her shore is cold, a final story too quickly told.
They drag me through the castle gates. King Ælla watches from his high stone. He seeks to break the will of a king, to silence the legend before it's sung. But my spirit burns hotter than the Velen's forge. frightened man. Because when my sons hear how the old boar suffers, the little pigs will surely grunt.
The fangs of Ælla, they taste my blood. The vipers clinging to my final prayer. The pits of torment, misery floods, but still I draw the icy venomous. Times I have called out the battle cry. 51 times the iron has sung to the raven. Never did I think that the gods had prepared a death so poor for a king so great. But the path is chosen, the end is here, and I hail the Valkyries who beckon me home. My life was joy, my death is swift. I go now to the house of the old father. I do not fear the bite of the fangs, for the Norns have already woven my fate. We have carved the shields, we have split the skulls, we have fed the wolf on the shores of the world. I leave this earth with a legend whole. No man can take the glory I hold. Valhalla wakes, the feast is prepared. I come to drink mead with the heroes I've known. Valhalla wakes, the rapture is shared. I die laughing alone on this stone. King Ælla, look on the blood you have spilled. You think you have conquered the son of Odin. You have not won, you have sealed your own doom. You have unleashed the fury of my queen's sons. They are greater than I, they are fiercer and colder. Their vengeance will fall like a mountainous wave. They will take your realm, they will break your throne, and leave you to rot in the sun and the dust. And the dust. How the little pigs would grunt if they knew what the old boar suffers. They will come for you. Ivar the Boneless, Björn Ironside, Viking Saga, Serpent-Pit. They will see the mark of the knife on my back, and they will forget how to show mercy. Valhalla weeks, the feast is prepared. I come to drink mead with the heroes I've known. Valhalla wakes, the rapture is shared. I die laughing alone on this stone. Valhalla wakes, the feast is prepared. I come to drink mead with the heroes I've known. Valhalla wakes, the rapture is shared. I die laughing alone on this Hear the word of the boneless. The dead is called. Northumbria will drown in blood. they fled from